first.
I'm curious. When you look back on that, when you watch that video, are you comfortable about that?
Well, listen, Piers, historically you've kind of been talking about this whole thing with Ye for a little while, so I've actually got a Ye thing as well for you. So
Trolling.
why would you go to that island, Piers? You know?
He's mad. Island.
Which you know island? What I mean? So that's the point, is like we could all point fingers and show bad clips.
No, wait a minute.
Got him on the defensive.
Which island? You mean the Epstein Island? Obviously I've never been there, never met Epstein, never had any connection with him, not in the Epstein files other than references.
Other than brutal,
Well, no, you can go read them. The beauty of the Epstein files, you can go and check my name, you can read every entry, you'll see none of them have anything to do with him or his activities or anything. I'm just mentioned in passing as having been completely unconnected events.
Well, so, what about Ghislaine Maxwell?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, yep, there you go.
I'm about to come to that. So I was pictured with her. Okay, I was pictured with her at a book launch for 5 minutes. I've talked about it. She admitted that under oath that any time we ever met was for 5 minutes. So I have no connection to that scandal at all, other than I once met her for 5 minutes at a book launch. So let me come back to you in the van with the Heil Hitler song.
Well, this is like a little bit ridiculous because you're with the number one Lux Maxer. No, Piers, you're with the number one Lux Maxer.
Finish my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Piers don't like being
Finish
interrupted.
my question. I'm just curious because Ye has now publicly apologised for all his anti-Semitic behaviour and language in a full-page advertisement you look at in the newspaper. That came after the thing with the van. You've seen Andrew Tate trying to backtrack from what happened there. Fuentes doubles down because that's what he does with everything. He views it all probably as a bit of a joke, and it doesn't matter. Seco, I don't think it really matters. He's not significant in the way that you are. Well, look at you there. You've got a guy behind you literally doing a Nazi salute as Heil Hitler plays in this van.
So ask him about it.
A song that basically pays. Well, hang on. A song that pays tribute. Well, you're singing along to the song, and it pays tribute to the most genocidal monster of the last 100 years. And I'm just curious whether you think it's funny, whether you now regret being put in that position, whether you wish you hadn't been so enthusiastic about singing along to that song, or whether you don't care at all. And I don't have a fixed answer for you. I'm just curious what you genuinely feel.
Well, the thing is, Piers, I'm not political, and I didn't play the song, so that's kind of all there is to it, right? And I find it quite silly to me that you're with the number one Lux Maxer.
Yeah, so before Clav, you see he kind of tried to dodge around the question. I feel like Piers low-key got him.
You feel like he did?
Well, he asked, he said, you were singing along to the song.
Yeah.
He's like, so how do you feel about it? And then he tried to, you see,
We said I'm not political.
Okay, but that doesn't answer a question. He said you're singing along to a song that pays tribute to the most genocidal monster in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
You're singing the lyrics to it. How does it make you feel? You know, if other people are regretting it, da-da-da-da. I'm not political.
That's
okay,
true.
So if I say, you know, F these people or all black should die and I'm rapping a song, well, I'm not political. Like, that is not an answer. So he actually did get flamed by Piercy Pierce, but let's continue.
Maxer, and instead of asking how you could ascend so that, you know, your wife wouldn't tweet out captions like, when my husband's away, Mr. Sud comes out to play, maybe if you asked me how to ascend, then that would stop happening to you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're distracting, and that's fine. You're having fun. I've got no problem with that. But just to be clear, you were in a van singing along to Heil Hitler. Do you regret doing that?
Well, I didn't play it, right? So it's like if someone were to come next to you in the street and play a song, it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know why you're trying to get political with me. And this is exactly what I mean by your production. Wait, listen, Piers, at the end of the day, I've got nothing to do with it. I've got nothing to do with it. So like, you know, I really have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. And this is what I mean. Right, so you basically lied to, you know, my PR team that you wanted to come and interview me about Lux Maxing, and this is what you do, right? You try to catch
I've
people
literally
off guard,
spent the first,
and
I spent the first. Well, hang on. Stop being such a baby. I spent the first half hour of the interview taking you seriously about all the Lux Maxing thing. I find it genuinely interesting.
okay, so let's talk about that. I'm not political. I'm not getting political with you.
Let me finish my point.
Friday.
Let's try and keep things simple. There's no reason not to be. I'm just bemused why you would want to be associated with those other guys, most of whom have doubled and trebled down on it, who don't care, they don't mind idolizing Hitler, they think it's funny, they joke about the Holocaust, and so on. I'm not sure you're that kind of person, but you have a chance to tell me whether you are.
I just told you I'm not political. I'm not political,
well,
but
political to chant Heil.
But like at the end of the day, it's like I don't know why you're trying to make me this political figure when it's something that I've tried so hard to avoid. It's like I want to talk about looks maxing, but like my position on everything is like I'm not going to be scared to collaborate with people. That's something that was good for my career objectively, to collab with bigger creators. It's like just as I would with any leftist. Like it really doesn't make any sense for you to do this whole Jester Max where you're trying to make me this like right-wing guy when I'm telling you straight up.
I'm literally doing.
Well, no.
Hang on. I'm literally doing. Hang on, Clav. I'm literally doing the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually giving you the chance to say you're not one of those right-wing guys.
I'm not political. There you go. For the sixth time. I just said I'm not political. Okay, that's my comment. So it's like if you're gonna make me like come on here and denounce like every single political figure, I'm not political. That's all you're getting, Piers. That's all you're getting is I'm not political whatsoever in any way. Okay, so back to looks maxing, Piers. Like you're not gonna have this gotcha moment where you have. Go ahead.
Okay, it's not a gotcha moment. You were singing Heil Hitler, right? You made it political, not me. As I said at the start of the interview, I will always challenge people on what comes out of their mouths. You were singing Heil Hitler with a bunch of people, some of whom have been brazenly anti-Semitic. I'm simply asking you, do you feel comfortable looking back on that video? Do you wish you hadn't done it? And do you understand why people were so offended by it?
Yeah, I absolutely understand why people are offended by it, but at the end of the day, it's like something that went viral, and like I'm a content creator, but it was sort of more of a headache than it was a positive. So at the end of the day, and I'm not political, and this is kind of like what happened was now people are asking me all these questions about podcasts. So it's just really not something that I want anything to do with in terms of like my content to do political stuff, to do any of these like huge PR stunts. You know what I mean? So I'm simply here to advocate for men's issues and looks maxing. So that sort of distracted from that a little bit. So that was never the goal.
What do you think?
Well, they were just kind of on about that one Hitler
Yeah,
point.
yeah, he was really
honestly,
trying
I
to
feel
do it.
like Pierce pretty much destroyed him.
Really? Destroyed him?
100%.
Oh, okay.
He literally couldn't answer the question. He literally refused to acknowledge what he
Like
did.
if he felt bad or not.
I mean, not even that, but he tried to dance around it. He couldn't
He
give
just
a...
said I'm not political.
Yeah,
But I guess
he
maybe
couldn't give a
said,
clear
like,
answer.
I
He
was
didn't say, "Are you political or not?"
Yeah.
That is an answer. He
He
said,
didn't feel bad.
He just said, "Well, you were singing this song.
Yeah.
Like looking back on it, like, do you agree with it? How does it make you feel?" And he refused to answer, which clearly means he obviously idolizes Hitler too. Obviously, it's very clear. I mean, he even talks. Remember, we have clips of him saying that white people are more attractive than black people. That's literally rooted in like Hitler's ideology, eugenics. So clearly he thinks white people are superior. He thinks white people look superior. Obviously he likes Hitler, and he's singing along to the song. So
And he says he doesn't want to be political, but he only pretty much links with right-wing
Exactly.
figures, content creators. He hasn't been with any leftists, so he probably, like I said, he definitely leans right.
yeah, he obviously does not trying to hurt his brand. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to get associated with it because it is a bad look in 2026. But at the end of the day, Pierce was asking him a simple, straightforward question,
think about it like
and
that,
he's saying, well, you made it political, you sang along to the song. So that's like me going to the Trump rally wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and then when someone asks you, how do you feel about Trump? I'm not political. Obviously, you involved yourself in it, and and he could have just simply answered the question too. Also, he's so scared. I'm not political. That's all you're gonna get out of me. He could have said, I mean, bro, to me, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It's just a song. I didn't really mean anything by it. I don't really. You see, he refuses to say, no, I don't idolize Hitler. He wouldn't say that, so that clearly lets you know.
He wouldn't denounce.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
would
was
not,
scared to get called probably
because he could have
just
just said like, oh, nah, I don't really support what Hitler did.
That's a good point.
But it's just a song. That's if I sang a song out of just joking about, oh, honestly, dog, it was a joke. People got offended. I'm not gonna apologize because I was just joking, bro. It's just a song. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
So clearly, he
point.
obviously loves
Like
Hitler,
that.
bro. It's very clearly written on his face. He got backed into. You saw he was choking up. You're not gonna get anything out of me. You're trying to get a gotcha moment. Only a nigga can get a gotcha moment if they gotcha. That's something that niggas say once they literally get caught up, dog, and they're literally backed into a corner and they're getting called out and they have no escape.
You got a gotcha moment.
That's to say you're trying to get a gotcha moment, which means I got you, which means you did dusty shit and you know what I'm saying.
And if you rocking with Nick Fuentes,
there you go.
Kind of does show you how you really feeling about.
Yeah, he could have said, "Oh no, I don't agree. I don't agree with Nick. I don't agree." Like either way,
yeah.
I said my two piece. So to me, Pierce actually got on his head pretty sick.
Hang on.
The headlines I see was making it seem like Clav destroyed him or something, just because he made his little joke about.
That was a funny joke.
You should ask me how to ascend, but like, okay.
But
yeah, dog.
like that. He definitely did dodge that question. Could have just made some sort of response to it instead of just saying, I'm not political. But, or no comment, let's move on. But I guess technically he did that. So, well, yeah. So you feel like he got destroyed.
I mean, that's not like the worst. Like,
yeah, but in that clip.
Yeah, so just in terms of, he came at him with a straightforward question, and he literally was looking dumb, and he was looking like he does not know how to move in a PR setting, does not know how to move. So,
he is new to this.
Yeah, exactly. And Pierce is clearly a professional journalist who's been doing this shit for decades. So, and Pierce to me was being very professional. He was trying to give grace. He said, "I'm not." And you see, he was trying to. Clav was trying to make Pierce out to be like some bad hit piece journalist. Like, you're trying to do this. He's like, I'm doing the opposite. I'm giving you an opportunity to just say how you feel. I'm just simply.
I think it's because in the past Pierce has done dusty.
But he said, I'm simply observing the facts. This is what you did on camera, you dusty nigga. Like, he's not even like, you did it. I'm just asking you about it. And he's saying, I'm not political. So that means you can't remark on some shit that you did. Like, that's an idiot. So, which Clav is an idiot. So
I mean, if you're gonna go link with Tate, Fuentes, Sneeko, like you gotta realize what you're doing to your brand and how the optics are gonna be. You know, those are like the most.
Well, not only that, you can link with them, but once again, dog, you're singing an obviously extremely controversial and offensive song. So, and then you get called out on it, and you act like a nigga's trying to like be dusty. See, you trying to trick my PR people, and you said obviously got flamed, but anyway, whatever, bro. Clav is gay, so.